it. No right to enter that mountain. I have the only right.
2/3 of the way through the journey, how are you feeling about everything?
I feel great. I feel quite hopeful for the third and final film. I think it's going to be a big event. It will be probably the last time that Middle-earth is ever seen on the big screen, and there'll be 6 movies that all stand alongside each other, and you know, the end of an era for Peter Jackson. You know, 15 years of work culminating in one film and one huge battle, which has to be the battle of all battles. So I'm very excited.
And can you place this film apart from the others, or is it really one big block of time? I mean, in terms of filming Desolation of Smaug.
Yeah. I mean, because we shot in continuous time, we didn't really have any concept of where the movies were going to be broken into 3, which I think is a good thing, because you know, it gave us the sense of an entire journey. So hopefully that will be translated when the final movie is there. But yeah, it was a bit of an epic quest. It was 18 months of work and a big part of my life.
What were your memories of filming some of the bigger action sequences, like the barrels, for example?
Yeah, I mean, the barrel sequence was so much fun. We pieced it together in various locations. We were on the Pelorus River. We were in a sort of constructed water channel which was powered by V8 engines and could speed up and slow down, and there were underwater cameras. We were also on dry land on wheeled barrels that we were pedaling around and trying to fight the orcs. But I think the work that we did was probably about 40% of what happened in the final sequence, you know, because of the digital doubles and the rest of the CGI that happened. So it was just really interesting to see it as a set piece and to see what was happening above the water and below the water. I think it's a real achievement. It's you know, one of the best parts of the second film, I think.
None would dare enter Erebor whilst the dragon lives.
You know nothing. Your world will burn.
What are you talking about?
Speak! Now time has come again. My master serves the One. Do you understand now, Elfling? Death is upon you. The flames of war are upon you.
And the scenes, obviously, with Smaug, the huge ending sequences. What was it like filming those?
That was the most difficult part of the second film, because there really was nothing there. There was a green room. There was no set. There were none of the dwarf forges. There was no dragon. I had an image of the dragon in my head, which I knew Peter would do something which was quite close to Tolkien's original artwork, and so I'm so glad that they did use a lot of the shapes that Tolkien put in originally. So I'd visualized him very much as a serpent, or a worm, as Tolkien calls him. So yeah, it required a lot of imagination. I did actually have a rope to hang on to and a chain. They were real. That was probably the only, and a wheelbarrow. I had a wheelbarrow.
And what was it kind of like seeing it brought to life for the first time when you saw the dragon?
I mean, it's amazing, and I think it's, you know, one of the best parts of the second film is when Bilbo sees that eye open and he kind of walks away from it, and then you see, you know, in the distance the tail moving, and you realise the size of the dragon without actually showing it. But the other thing that I love is Howard Shore's score at that point. This kind of really interesting, slightly exotic, mystical music, which is it's the piece that he uses for Smaug. I think it adds something really special to the film.
I found something in the Goblin tunnels.
Found what? What did you find?
My courage.
Good. Well, that's good.
Obviously, the films have got a tremendous fan base behind them. How have you found being in this world for the last couple of years?
I mean, it's amazing. It's no surprise to me, because the books have been translated into so many languages, and culturally it's sort of relevant in places where you wouldn't expect. So the fact that it did so well in China, Japan, you know, and it's exciting when you go to those places to show the film and people turn up and they're dressed as the character, and it's, I don't know, I find it really appealing that there is that interest and excitement about the films.
And for you personally, has it changed your life in terms of your presence and things you'll be able to do next?
I don't know yet. I hope so. It certainly means that I get to travel to places that I would never have gone to promote the film and you know, greet the fans and say hi and be part of this celebration while it's there. And yeah, I look forward to talking about it, you know, for the next few years.
And DVD's out in a week today. Obviously, there are lots of collector's editions and various bits and pieces. Are you one for that sort of thing with DVDs, finding the extras, looking at deleted scenes? And
you know what? I'm not actually one of those people. I really like just to watch the movie. I don't really like seeing the mechanism that goes into creating it. But I can understand why people are fascinated, and there are some really good deleted scenes which I think deserve to be shown. And yeah, the behind-the-scenes banter is really good fun. Yeah.
And Peter makes a huge effort to make sure all that stuff's included. They're real like artifacts, aren't they, when they're put together?
Yeah, and I think it's because there are so many areas of the film making process that would be underestimated or forgotten or not seen, and I think he really enjoys exhibiting his process to the fans, you know, and it's a celebration of everyone's work, you know, the behind-the-scenes people, the people at Weta, the people at Weta Digital. I think it's, you know, he just likes to celebrate their fine work.